In this video, we'll be looking at the inverse kinematics of 2R planar manipulator in the form of a MATLAB program, and we'll just do the 2R inverse kinematics, and later on we'll look at the motion planning. Okay, so these are part of RoboAnalyzer based online education where video series, and ROC information is available on this particular slide. And this is the 7th video. In the previous videos we have already looked at the forward kinematics of 2R and 3R manipulator. In the just previous video we have looked at the inverse kinematics formulation of 2R manipulator. Okay, so these are the notes that was there in the previous video. I would request everyone to go through it in case if you have not gone through, because we'll be using these notes in our formulation. Okay, so the forward kinematics video is already there, but now we'll look at inverse kinematics. So a good practice is to have a CLC, clear all, and CLF in all the MATLAB files that you will create. Okay, now the formulation is already done, so we have to write the MATLAB. So we will not write individual line by line equations. Okay, we are going to take what are the inputs, what are the equations we solve, and what are the outputs. So the inputs are, the link lengths are given to us, say A1, let's take it as say 1 unit. A2, let me take it as say 0.75 units. Now these are the inputs of the 2R planar manipulator, A1 and A2. Now in inverse kinematics, the inputs are also Px equal to let's see, I want to reach a particular point, say let's hope that it is 1.2, and Py I want to reach as 1, 1. Okay, at some point I have to take my end effector point. Okay, so these are inputs for inverse kinematics. We have to find theta 1 and theta 2. Okay, so A1, A2, Px, Py are given to us, so we'll have to determine the rest of the equations. So all the jugglery that we did in the inverse kinematics formulation, so we don't have to write these expressions. Okay, we'll only write the expressions using which we'll be determining the unknowns. Now what are the unknowns? The first unknowns is we'll have a parameter called C2. Now C2 is the parameter that is shown here. Okay, and that parameter has Px square plus Py square minus A1 square minus A2 square divided by 2 into A1 A2. Now those of you who are new to MATLAB, so please remember to always use brackets. Numerator in one bracket, denominator in another bracket. If you do not do this, you may end up in getting some different random values. Okay, because there is something known as order of operation, right? Multiplication, division, addition, subtraction, raised to the power. So there is a sequence in which these operations are carried out. Whenever you have doubt, please use brackets. Whenever you use brackets, that will be evaluated first, and then the next operations will be done. Okay, now Px square can be written like this: Px raised to the power 2. Okay, however, sometimes you may end up having more computation. Okay, so instead what we do is we write Px square as Px into Px, both are same. Okay, so it is always better to use square like this. Cube also you can try to use it till here, Px into Px into Px, if at all it is there. That is much more better than raised to the power of 2 or 3. Similarly, Py into Py minus A1 into A1 minus A1 into A1 minus A2 into A2. So that is the numerator term what I have in the right side part, divided by 2 into A1 into A2. Okay. Now C2 will have to check whether it is greater than 1. If it is greater than 1, we have to exit. We'll have to tell that it is not a valid solution. If C2 greater than 1, Px and Py lie outside the workspace of this robot. Okay, so those outputs and all you can think of to display, but for now we'll consider the scenario where only if it is less will compute, otherwise will not compute. So if C2 less than or equal to 1, so there is a condition only when if it is less than 1 we'll go to the next step, otherwise will not go, it will not even do. Okay, so then we'll have S2 is equal to, there are two terms here, S2 underscore 1, I'll call it as the first solution. What is the first solution? Plus square root of 1 minus C2 square. Square root of 1 minus C2 into C2. Now what is the C2? That we have obtained on line number 4. This is the first solution. S2 2. Second is, there is a minus term here outside. Minus square root of 1 minus C2 into C2. Okay. So with this, we'll now get the A tan 2 function of S2 and C2. Okay. Theta 2 underscore 1. So the first solution set will be A tan 2. Now another word of caution is all the angles that we have now are in radians, or what we'll get is in radians. If you want in degrees, you will have to use A tan 2D. But as a programmer, we should always use SI units in our main formulation, the code. Do not worry about degrees. Only when you show to the user, you can convert that to degree and show. Otherwise, let it remain in radians. A tan 2, S2 1, C2. That is one of the solutions. Similarly, the second set of theta 2 is when you take the second set of S2 underscore 2. So you will have first solution for theta 2. Similarly, this is second solution for theta 2. So theta 2, so please remember we have done so much of manipulation earlier, but in the formulation we just write to equation, that's it. Because whatever is important we'll only write that. We will not be able to write the other expressions in symbolic way anyway. You may, but it doesn't work out at all. So we have come till this stage. Now the other manipulation that we had done, so obviously all those are also not required. We'll directly jump to these expressions. Now if you observe in both the cases, the denominator is same. Okay. So since the denominator is same, it is much better if you can have it as one expression. So let me write it as denominator. It's a term, or sometimes it is used delta, is A1 square, that is A1 into A1 plus A2 square, A2 into A2 plus 2 into A1 into A2 into cos of, now which one do you choose, theta 2 underscore 1 or theta 2 underscore 2? So we can choose both. Okay, so let me write it as denom 1 and we'll use theta 2 underscore 1 here. So this is one of the denominator. Similarly in denominator 2, A1 A2 will remain same, only here we'll write theta 2. Okay, there are two terms of denominators depending on which theta 2 you take, the first solution or the second solution. Okay, now we'll write these S1 and C1 terms. S1 underscore 1 is the term that is given here, py into a1 plus a2 into cos theta 2 underscore 1. So please remember, we'll have to use consistently, don't make a mistake here. Theta 2 underscore 1, and here it will be minus py into a2 into cos, sorry, yeah, this term minus px. Okay, so I should have taken px here, sorry, minus px into a2 into sine of theta 2 underscore 1. This is S1 term. Similarly, let me write S2 term, S1 underscore 2. So the theta 2 terms only will get changed because we are considering two solutions here. See, if you are getting confused, you just choose one of them, okay, and accordingly you will be able to get the other also, but I'm just merging both in the same. Now similarly, there's a cos term here, so we'll write c1 underscore 1 is equal to this term, px into a1 plus a2 into cos of theta 2 underscore 1. It's appearing there. You can also try to make it as a variable, but that's fine. Minus py into the term here, a2 into sine theta 2, a2 into sine of theta 2 underscore 1. Okay, now I'm going to copy paste. So C1 second solution, theta 2 underscore 2, and again theta 2 underscore 2. Okay, now the remaining part is theta 1 underscore 1. So a tan 2 of, now the y term is sine and the x term is cos, s1 underscore 1 and c1 underscore 1. So when we do this, we'll get the first solution. Similarly, theta 1 second solution you will get when you do a tan 2, S1's second solution with C1's second solution. We can't merge, okay? We can't have a different set here. Geometrically, that doesn't make sense. Second solution. Okay. So we have theta 2 values and a corresponding theta 1 2 values. So this is what is inverse kinematics. We have done inverse kinematics now. So if you want to get the values, you can just display the values and you will get the output. Now instead what I'll do is I'll now do the, so we have done the forward kinematics. Now we'll plot the results. When we plot the results, we are basically doing the Fkin, because we now know theta 1 and theta 2. Okay, so the Fkin code is already here. So what I'll do is I'll try to take these values, okay, because I don't want to type it again. Let me just copy till here. So because theta 1 and theta 2 we would have determined here. Now okay, this is done. Let me expand it like this. Okay, now ax ay we have theta 1. Obviously if we run this, you'll get an error. We'll have to use this theta 1 term. So what I'll do is ax underscore 1 is for theta 1 underscore 1, ay underscore 1 is for theta 1 underscore 1. Okay, so similarly we'll have the second term, second solution for point ax, second solution for point ay. So this is done. Now similarly point b. Now point b, if you do it, you will still get the same point where we have already reached. Okay, so instead of calculating again, why can't we just write px, because ultimately bx and px are same. That is where we want to reach. So I'm just doing it because we have already used bx in our code. That is why I'm writing it like this. Okay, so rest of the things, so we have link 1 x coordinates, link 1 y coordinates, link 2 x coordinates, link 2 y coordinates. Okay, so this now we'll have two set of lines. Okay, so we want the line to go to the first solution ax ay. Similarly we want to draw the line for the first solution for the second link ax underscore 1 to bx underscore 1, ay underscore 1 to by underscore 1. Okay, now again you may be wondering why are we doing all this. See, we just want to draw both the solution together so that you understand. Now the second set, similarly we are going to have second set here, second set. Similarly for the link 2 we'll have second set. I would still suggest you people to type it. I am doing copy paste, but sometimes when we do copy paste we end up making mistakes. Okay, now this plot will have link 1 x coordinates underscore 1 and similarly link 1 underscore 1 like this. Okay, so this is going to draw the first solution. Okay, now there is some concept known as hold on. So when I do hold on, so that means the next plot will also be drawn on top of the previous plot. Okay, for drawing multiple plots on the same canvas or figure. Okay, now what do we do? Obviously wherever we have underscore 1 we'll have to do underscore 2, underscore 2, and we want our line to be in the form of maybe dash. Okay, so whenever we have a dash and maybe a dot, so it will be like dash dot line, so that we can distinguish the both the solutions. Okay, we'll try it out, we'll see. I don't remember exact syntax, but something should show up. So I want dash hyphen and 2 dot, so that means I hope it will be a dash dot line. Okay, so that's it. So we have got the inverse kinematics, and if you want to draw, we'll have to get the intermediate coordinates. Ax ay are the tip of the first link, bx by are the tip of the second link. You can do the forward kinematics again to check whether you are getting the same value. You can try it out, but I'm sure it will come the same. Then we have the code from the inverse forward kinematics of 2r, fkin underscore 2r. I have derived out of it, and finally we have used a hold on command to plot two simultaneous, one over the other. So let me save this. Let me check the current folder. Okay, so inside this ikin 2r, again there's a word of caution: do not write like this. The first word or the first letter of your file name cannot be a numerical value. Okay, it has to be a letter. ikin underscore 2r, save. Let's go to editor and save it. Okay, it may take a while because we are using the web version, but typically if you use a desktop version it will be much fast. Immediately it will show up because there is not much expression here. Okay, apparently yeah, so there is some error here now. bx underscore 1. Okay, good. So I have somewhere so there is no concept of bx underscore 1, by underscore 1. It's my bad. I could have directly used bx or px also for that matter. Okay, so whenever output is not shown, so please go to command window to identify what kind of error it is. It says unidentified variable. Okay, now with this let me just try to run it again. Okay, good. So what do we have? So we have two solutions. One is the solid line, the other is the second solution, dotted line, dash dot line. Now you can just play around uh, giving different values of px, py. Okay, so the px, py value that we gave, we had to reach this point. The first solution is shown in the solid line, the second is shown in the dotted line. So 1 and 0.5. See, it need not be that elbow down will always be solution 1, right? So it depends on the different values. So obviously there is some issue here. The link lengths do not seem to be same. So there is a problem. Let's see what is the problem. There is a problem. Let me just figure out what is that. Definitely it is not symmetric, right? So somewhere we have made a mistake. Ox, ax, ax, bx, bx, ax2, ay2. Okay, somewhere here. Okay, so this is link 1 x coordinates, link 1 y coordinates, link 2 x, link 2 y. X, ay, ax, ay, theta 1, theta 1, theta 1. Okay, let me try with the simple set a1. This can happen. It's okay. We'll figure out why is it so. So we want a1, a2 to reach 1.414 and 1.414. So that means we want to draw a hypotenuse, right angle triangle which has same length as a1 and a2. So we'll come to know what kind of mistakes we have made. Let's see. Okay, so obviously a1 a2 is 2. Okay, we had to go for 0.707. Yeah, this is fine. So if I want to reach this step 1.414, so both the lines have to be aligned in the same direction. Okay, and if you want to find out the values of theta 1, so theta 1 will be 45 degrees, theta 2 will be 0. So to know that, we'll go to workspace. Why workspace is not generated, I don't know. Okay, so we can also remove the semicolon so that this theta 1 values are shown to us. Theta 1, theta 2 values also we can remove so that we get the solutions. Okay, so let us give 0.707, that is 1 by root 2, 0.707 and again 0.707. Save and run it. So it should. Okay, so there is a potential problem here. I know where could be the problem. Denominator 1. Oh, we didn't use the denominator terms at all. Okay, my bad. Okay, let's try to do that. We were supposed to divide the whole thing by the denominator terms, which we didn't do. Okay, that's why we were getting some cases which were correct, but obviously not all cases. Okay, good that it popped up. So this whole term py will be divided by denominator underscore 1. Okay, and it is again important to have brackets. If you don't put a bracket here, then the last term will be divided before it is subtracted. So we don't want to do that. So this is denominator 2. Similarly here, denominator 1. Similarly here, denominator 2. Now, how did we come to know that there is an error because the results are not coming correctly? One way of doing a quick check is, see, if I double click on a variable, it will show where all it is appearing. Okay, so theta 2 is appearing in many places. Denom 1 was not even appearing anywhere, and hence this was a problem. Okay, good that we have used this as an opportunity. Now we are doing the inverse kinematics again. What happened? Okay, so there are few values in radians. Theta 2. Let me run it again. Still there is an error. So let me just try to put this. We'll get one solution at least, then we'll go to the next one. So I have commented out the plots so that we get at least one solution. So this is what it is. This is not what we wanted. So B and C, cyan. So B is there, it is going like that. So there is some issue. Px, Py. Theta 2 itself is not correct. To reach there, our 1 unit and then 1 unit. Okay, let me do 1 and 1. Sorry, I should have done 1 and 1. If it is 45 45, or rather horizontal vertical, that is what we want. 1 and 1, 1 unit 1 unit. Let me save this and run editor. Okay, yeah, this is what we wanted, 1 unit and 1 unit up. Okay, so similarly now I can show both the solutions. Sorry, sometimes this happens whenever we do programming. We are bound to have some such issues. Now obviously the second solution had an issue. The second solution should have gone up and it should have reached like this. Okay, so okay, we'll try to figure out why solution 2 is not coming correctly. So we'll start from the behind. So link 1 and y coordinate, link to x coordinate, link to y coordinate. Okay, now here 0 to ax2, then 0 to ay2, and axt to bx, ayt to by. So that means ax2 ay2 values are not determined correctly. Sorry for that. So ax second solution. Okay, now ax2 is a1 into cos of theta 1 and ay2 is a1 into sine of theta 1 2. Okay, so that means theta 1 2 has a problem which is a tan 2 into s1 and c1. Okay, now s1 has p1 into a1 plus a2 cos of theta 2 like this, minus px a2 sine of theta 2 denominator 2. Similarly c1 2 is a1 a2 cos theta 2 term denominator 2. So theta 2 term is a tan 2 s2 c2 s21 okay, so apparently denominator 1 term is a1 square a2 square plus 2 a1 a2 cos theta 2, denominator term a1 a2 cos of theta 2, a1 square a2 square 2 into a1 a2 cos of theta 2. Strange. Now I know. So see, not all have negatives here, my bad again. So px, the cost term will have a positive term here. Cost term will have a positive term. See, so much for programming, right? So I made few mistakes because I did copy paste. Had I typed, I wouldn't have made paste errors. But still, that is good. It's always part of learning. I hope now things will be better. So through this, we also got an opportunity to understand how to debug, right? So one of the solution is along this, and there is another here. Now let me try to give some other example. Let us try to go to 1.5 and 1.5. Again, it will be on the 45 degrees line. Control S, editor, run. Okay, nothing has come. So what is the value of C2? Again, it is not coming here. So this is value 1.5, 1.5. It is not possible because the highest, longest it can go is 1.414. That is when it will be stretched. So this is a solution which is not reachable. So that is why it did not come. So it is more than 1. Okay, so let me try 1.25 and 1.25. So now it should reach. Okay, so yeah, so this is 1.25, 1.25, theta 1, then theta 2 will be extension with respect to that. Similarly, the second solution is theta 1 is this, and then when it goes there, it will be like this. Okay, you can play around. So I can have minus also. Let's see if it is within the workspace. I think it will be somewhere on the side. Okay, and this need not be same. I can have 0.25, so something different. Still, if it is within the workspace, you will definitely get a value. So you can see there is one elbow up and one elbow down. Okay, so with this we'll wrap up this particular video of inverse kinematics of 2R planar manipulator, the MATLAB version. Animation we'll try to cover in the later video. In video number 10 we'll do it. Okay, thank you.